He's the highest profile Catholic cleric to be embroiled in a paedophile scandal in France. 5 other people are on trial with him. Today, a bishop and archbishop took the stand, and a victim spoke about the church lying. Norris-Trent is covering the trial in Lyon for us.
Accusations were made today in court by one of the plaintiffs, a man who himself suffered sexual abuse as a child at the hand of a priest here in the Lyon area. Now, he has come forward and said that in 2011 he got a meeting with the deputy archbishop of Lyon, a man who's now a bishop himself, and told him about the sexual abuse he'd suffered, and the response that he got was that we know about this. We're keeping an eye on this priest, and we will stop him having any further contact with children. And that turned out not to be the case. We now know that the priest in question was allowed to continue in his role, continue having contact with children in this area till September 2015. And so this man, who's accusing some of the highest ranking figures in the Catholic Church here in France, has said the church lied to him, and the church failed to protect children in this area from a paedophile priest who, it's now emerged, attacked more than 70 children in the 1980s and beginning of the 1990s. So these are some of the allegations that these high-ranking figures here in the court are having to answer. Why didn't they stop the priest immediately from having any contact with children? Why didn't they remove him from his role? And why didn't they report this abuse as soon as they heard about it to police?
Catherine, a bishop and archbishop took the stand today. How have they been defending themselves?
Well, they have different ways, manners of defending themselves, but there's a lot of vagueness, conversations which they say they cannot recall with the priest in question. And we see there's a lot of inaction in the timelines of their activities that are being gone through in court. Things taking years to get through the system, decisions being referred back to committees and back to the bishop, back to the archbishop and the cardinal. People constantly referring things upwards, saying, my authority was the Vatican. I was waiting for clear orders from the Vatican before I took any action. And then quite a few times we've heard from the bishop and the archbishop today in court that they just didn't think it was their duty to refer these allegations, these reports to police, saying that they had listened to victims of sexual abuse. They thought in a private capacity, in a confessional capacity, and that they were there to listen. They were not there to take action on behalf of the victims. Now, that is actually contrary to French law. There is an obligation to denounce, to report such crimes. And since 2001, the French Catholic Church has issued orders to all of its priests saying that they must denounce any rumours, any suspicions of sexual abuse.